Good afternoon. Welcome to my channel. We are quilters. My name is Lorrie, and I am glad to have you here today on this Friday. And as usual, I will keep this to 8 topics. We have been traveling. We are now back home. But my pictures that I'm going to share with you are mostly travel pictures. Let's get started. Hope you grabbed that cup of coffee or tea before you sat down. Kick back your feet and relax for a few minutes with me. And yes, this is an old t-shirt from Cocoa Beach. That was where we ended up for part of our trip. Number 1, fabric sources. On our travels, we went to Williamsburg, and we were there at an odd time, late in the evening, so fabric stores were not open. And we left early the next morning. We went on to Myrtle Beach, and there are some fantastic little fabric shops in and around Myrtle Beach, but we arrived late in the day and left early in the morning, so we did not have a chance to go to fabric shops in Myrtle Beach, sadly. And then we spent some time in Florida, near Cape Canaveral and Merritt Island. We didn't get to see a launch of anything because they postponed the launch for the one day that we were there because of big bad thunderstorms. We did get to see some other things, but it's this cord. I have a new camera. So I didn't get to do as much fabric shopping. Here it is. The only sad, sorry little piece of fabric that I bought the whole trip, which is like a miracle. It is a piece of fabric from the Dollar Tree. It is cute. And if you think about it, at $1.25 for a fat quarter, and it has a nice feel to it. It doesn't feel flimsy or too thin. $1.25 for a fat quarter, times that times 4, and you end up with, let's see, $1.25 plus $1.25 is $2.50, $5 a yard. So that's not horrible. It's not super cheap either, but this was the only fabric I bought. We did go to a thrift store, but they didn't have any fabric. So sad. Topic number 2, inspiration. I find inspiration all over the place. Carpets, light fixtures, and sometimes I didn't have my phone with me to take pictures like of an old tin ceiling in a restaurant. So here are some inspiration pictures for you to enjoy. Au naturel, the wildlife critters and birds that we saw on Merritt Island. If you have never been to Cape Canaveral, Merritt Island is the wildlife refuge that is sort of around in front of Cape Canaveral. You can see buildings and things that they use to launch rockets, but it's a wildlife area. It's kind of, I think it's like a safety zone, but there are canals and animals, birds, crocodiles. So here are some pictures of creatures that we saw on our trip. topic number 4, time to work. Well, I did most of the work that I had with me in the car. I was working on weather quilt coloring sheets, so I would do a few at a time until I started feeling car sick, and then I would stop. But I got most of them colored in and ready to go, cut out pieces and kit up so that I can use them by the sewing machine. Topic number 5, rest. Well, we didn't do too much resting because we traveled and put lots of miles on the car. This trip was all about teaching Puppy to stay in a hotel room. Here she is being cute in the hotel room. She was a pretty good girl. So she stays in her kennel in the car, and she learned how to get in and out better, in and out of the car and the kennel better, and how to be around noises when she had to take care of her business. And it was a good trip, but it was mostly about the dog and not relaxing so much, unfortunately. Food. Topic number 6 is food. When you travel, food is an important thing. We take a snack bag full of all kinds of goodies in case we are stuck somewhere. Like one time we were stuck in a snowstorm and didn't want to take the car back out to get to the restaurant because the roads were so bad. So snack bag has things in it that can be eaten in lieu of a meal so you don't starve. And we always carry water, a case of water with us. But most times we start out being a little junky and going to fast food, and within a day or two we are sick of fast food. And it's not good for us, and we're not feeling as healthy and as well as we could. So then we start looking for local restaurants that are decent. So I took pictures of a few. Here's one. Here's a picture of another. They had excellent food. They were small owner type places. And it is worth getting away from the fast food and chain restaurants to try something new when you travel, even if you do it just once or twice. And we also learned on this trip that Honey can stay in the hotel in a kennel and not cause a ruckus. And so we could go out to sit down food without any problems. So like I said, this trip was all about Honey the dog. And well, I should say Honey the puppy, because today she is 4 months old. Yeah, there. You see those pictures? 4 months old. Topic number 7, eye candy. I promised you last week that even though I showed you the last of the Victorian blocks, that I would share eye candy with you. Look at this picture of the back of the door. It has lots of things stored for me to share with you. So let me cut to that video and share the A1. This week I showed you the final big block that was stitched. So now I'm going to start showing you the things I have stashed behind the project boards, my calendars. And I see that they are labeled A1 through A8 and B1 through B8. So I'm going to start with A1 and show you what is in the blocks. Oh, you can hear Honey. She's having a good time. Don't know what she's up to. And you can see that these are dusty. That's why I protect everything with plastic. Move that out of the way. These are blocks that were done as an exchange. Let me show you an example, because someone has Kathy LaBath or sewed on a tag because she participated And I don't remember what I called this exchange in the Yahoo group, but they're 6-inch blocks, and they have a bright color, a dark, and then 4 patches in the corner. I think there are 12 of them. Let me show them to you. I love this fire one, and that was made by someone else. Oh, and swirls. Some of these were made by me. Some of these were made by other people. I love this combination. And look, darks and gray and dark. Flowers. These would make a great border for something. And I see Lori Allen is on the sticker. Oh, I miss those Yahoo groups and those mail exchange days when postage was not very expensive. Oh, pinks. And that one doesn't have a sticker on it, but that doesn't, I don't recognize that pink dotted fabric, so I know somebody else made that one. Very cute. Oh, and that one says Carol Hennell, and she participated in a lot of exchanges. She is from New Jersey. Another Kathy Labath, and she's from Iowa. These were from so long ago. I really need to use them up. I do recognize this peachy fabric and these fabrics. This must be one I made myself. And then I recognize this also. You probably recognize this too. There's scraps all over the place at that. And this one also. And look, this one I even placed a different color, a different block in, because it's scrappy and I must not have had enough of this swirly black. So there is my eye candy for today. What is in A2 for next week? Laid out end to end, those are great. Like I said, they would make a fantastic border. Something to think about. Topic number 8, viewer contributions. I'm going to, this week, instead of talking behind them, I am going to voice over with the information for the viewer contributions. Diana sent a picture of her fabulous patriotic sew-along quilt. I love that she used, she said, all scraps. She did buy some gold for another project, so she just added a little bit of extra as she bought fabric, but everything else is scraps from her stash. This firework border is absolutely fantastic, and it makes a great edge. She also made some hot pads for her granddaughters as gifts. One granddaughter loves soft pastel colors. I love this turquoise fabric. Beautiful. And she said these were orphan blocks or practice blocks that she had lying around. Her other granddaughter loves patriotic colors, red, white, and blue. So she had a couple blocks like that, and also made those into larger hot pads because she likes to use them to protect the table as well as use them as pot holders. That is a fantastic idea. So sweet and so simple. Thank you, Diana, for sending us these lovely pictures. Anne sent pictures of a little bag that she made. She used a dryer sheet as a base. She put the scraps on and zigzagged the edges down, and then she embellished them using beads, buttons, all sorts of embellishments. She did line it and add a zipper so that it is a great little pouch. What a great gift. So cute with all those embellishments. Next up, we have some garden pictures from Marion. I see the beautiful hellebore that she's growing in her garden, and her supervisor, Tiger, is there to make sure she's doing her job. And beautiful daffodils. I love these ones that are like double daffodils with the peachy centers. What beautiful flowers. Thank you, Marion, for sharing your springtime with us. I hope you have enjoyed this fast little Blabfest, and I gave you some things to think about with travel. And I hope to see you on Monday for Upskill Monday. I have lots of interesting things planned for you for this month. Thank you for watching. Like and subscribe. Have a great weekend.